We are the generation of dorks, ruled by dorks. We're sold dork products, work dork jobs, and live dork-filled lives. It wasn't obvious at first, but the dorkification of our generation is everywhere. It's like a gnat infestation from when you overwater your money tree. Starts small, then it's f***ing everywhere. Being an influencer is the most coveted job right now. It's 2026 and some people's entire identity is eating meat off a cutting board and selling salt packets, or electrolytes. An entire tax bracket of people whose living is dependent on an algorithm will lecture you about how tequila and any alcohol is bad for society, but alcohol is needed in a society where we must coexist alongside streamers.
Oh my goodness! My first ever IRL right now.
Yo, where's the fine shits at, bro? Where the fuck the fine shits?
You really only have a few options of a career outside of the typical careers of the world. It's influencer, streamer, or pushing 15% commissions on a $15 product on TikTok Shop. Streamers are walking around cities asking chat what they should do because some people's entire experience is lived in a chat.
Wait, Chad, does 7-Eleven have it or not? Ooh, hello, mommy.
The most viral streamer is famous for smashing his face with a hammer, all to looksmaxxing microdose brain trauma, all just to support his ketamine habit. And it's honestly sad. If you develop a looksmaxxing habit, it is your responsibility to push it as far as possible and hit yourself in the temple with all your force. You hear it all the time. Find your niche and go for that. Influencers aren't experts. They just follow whatever niche they can for marketing purposes. The days of Jay Alvarez who jumped out of planes just to eat fruit with a model are now replaced with guys running ultramarathons on top of fridges in hopes they can land a peptide deal or handing 40s out to homeless people while betting on rain bet.
I want money or games? Come on, rain bet, you understand?
All for an audience that will hate them in just 6 months. We even crowdsource our opinions now. Just watching this video, you've probably checked the comment section or any video you watched before this to see the mass opinion among bots and people miserable enough to spend their finite time on a spinning rock to troll. And if you haven't joined the pursuit of happiness of a 9 to 5, every guy has in their circle that still plays video games every Friday night like they didn't grow up from their 13-year-old selves. They don't have girlfriends or an idea of what to do, so they just go on Reddit or they watch anime or streamers. They're chronically in the cuck chair of life. And someone came to mind as I said that. Dorks have even taken over sports. Pickleball got popular because society was too fat to run across a tennis court. And every dork who knows Excel shortcuts by heart now has a chance at being athletic. Tennis was hard. It was classy. It had status. But since we spend all our time hunched over on our phones to watch girls dancing to songs online, or dudes dance while they film a Get Ready With Me online, seriously, what the f*** is that? Just slam an energy drink and extend your nicotine dependency and get out the door like a real man.
Don't take pain meds. Embrace the pain so you can finally feel something. Be a man.
We lost not only the ability to run across a tennis court, but the taste to understand that pickleball sucks and is an epidemic that should be eradicated before our enemies like China learn about it. The youth isn't solely to be blamed though. Boomers, Gen Xers, and whatever other generation there is that drags their feet in this doomscape we call world are even more responsible. Nostalgia is a dangerous emotion, but that's what makes it fun. It's like the feeling of hopping a fence that says no trespassing. The generation before us do seem to have done life right though. Ask your parents about their wildest stories. My dad rode his motorcycle through the school hallway while everyone was there, had his buddies open the door so he could get through them and do a lap on the track, and then ran from a police helicopter through the hills of San Diego County. No Instagram or TikTok, just for the pure love of the game. Now, kids can't even do wheelies down the street on bikes without the militia of wine moms on the Ring app taking pictures of them and calling the PTA to report the kids. Kids are having fun, and parents are acting as if they're cracking the case on Watergate to find out who they are. And local police departments have to comply to these concerns just to shut up Karens from radicalizing in Facebook groups. There are no hills for kids to ride their bikes in anymore because an overpriced apartment with a modern designed kitchen that has as much soul as a ginger keep popping up. Lennar or any home building company will see a beautiful hillside with rolling green hills and salivate at the thought of how many townhomes they can stack on top of each other with drywall so thin it will try to sell you a GLP-1. We build data centers where creeks used to be, where you could fish or play around, so those same Karens running a militia on Facebook for community problems can laugh at AI-generated videos of cats playing the saxophone, or so your conservative uncle can repost shirtless photos of buff Trump and is somehow non-homoerotic way, they claim. The youth can't have fun outside because there's no outside left. And maybe that's good, because if they don't start a YouTube channel at 10 years old, they may also have to go to their email job and pretend to be excited to use custom Slack emojis. That is, if the dorks don't automate everyone's jobs.
One of the things that is always unfair in this comparison is people talk about how much energy it takes to train an AI model relative to how much it costs a human to do one inference query. But it also takes a lot of energy to train a human. It takes like 20 years of life.
And all of the food you eat during that time.
Before you get smart.
And it's not getting better. If I asked you, is your online persona, basically your social media presence, is your online persona worth more than your real life persona? Most would say, yeah, that their online persona is. It's a digital business card almost.
New card. What do you think?
And it's not always just from a business standpoint, but also from personal gain. Your Instagram is where you show how well your life is going. It's a constant highlight reel of trips that you put on your credit card. Or a car you just bought that has a monthly payment so high, it could have paid your parents' first mortgage. Your TikTok is your Hail Mary of going viral so you can tell your manager you quit and be sure to use your code for 15% off. And your Snapchat, it should honestly just be deleted if you're over the age of 25. If you have a Snapchat over the age of 25, I don't trust you. You see, this crafted image is your pseudo chance at what you want your life to be. It is your chance to be famous and have people from middle America in your comments tell you that you fell off, yet they never stood up for anything. And if they did, they got short of breath while doing it. Online fame isn't even cool anymore. You just go viral and are hated in 6 months. So what the happened? Dorks. Dorks run everything now, and everyone wants a dork life. Everyone just wants to be a part of whatever community is trendy online. Seriously, pickleball. The youth, a generation who rarely gets their driver's licenses before the age of 22, have all just given up. They outsource the curiosity of the real world for IRL kick streamers. They avoid social interaction so much, they invent TikTok-diagnosed neurodivergent diseases. That was so hard to say. As an excuse as to why they can't go into a coffee shop, talk to a barista, and just smile. And us adults, we have no idea what the fuck to do. Our chance at the American dream has just turned into a sleep paralysis demon at the end of our bed telling us to post cringe shit on LinkedIn to make connections. I don't want a network. I hate this fucking network. Housing prices are higher than prime Wiz Khalifa, so the chance of owning a home are slimmer than a man with a looksmaxxing addiction. And some adults, I don't even know what the they're doing. They're trying to become AI artists. Van Gogh would chop both his ears off if he heard what can be made with prompting. Everyone has become so boring, they go to sober coffee shop raves. If you don't have a problem and you're not drinking, you're not sober. You're just a dork.
Damn, I hate being sober.
These are the kinds of people that instead of grabbing drinks with friends, they drink functional wellness beverages, which is just venture capital speak for tastes like shit, but people in Santa Monica will drink it because Erewhon is literally a personality trait. Yeah, overpriced grocery stores have premium merch, and it's deemed cool to wear it. It's a dork-filled life. And with the money from our dork jobs, we can't even buy cool things. We're persuaded by soulless marketing to buy soulless products online. Neutral tones, subscriptions for protein powder that we don't take every day, and modern plastic appliances. Modern branding is basically a war crime, and I'm understating that. From the design, to the logos, to the people running these companies, Super Bowl commercials, which used to be montage worthy, are now just weight loss drugs and an AI company trying to remind you of how cool the past was while actively replacing it. The only way things like this get approved is because dorks make dork decisions. Looksmaxxing. You should be vintage maxing. And the only thing that should be smashed with the hammer is our Ring cameras, which are spying on you. No, they literally admitted it in a Super Bowl commercial. That commercial probably won't end up in a Super Bowl montage. We are a generation of dorks raised by people who never wanted to be dorks. We let dorks get too much power, collect data on us, and control our lives. We deserve our dork-filled lives.